Entrepreneurship is the ultimate transformation, transforming nothing to something and something to everything. That small idea, a 2-minute conversation, that passerby moment, all have one thing in common. They're all simple starts to something much bigger. A Big Bang Theory of innovation. Listen to the stories of innovators, dream chasers, and playmakers, and how they took their nothings and transformed them into unimaginable and limitless somethings.
My name is Brian Obona.
My name is Byron Jeffrey.
My name is Uchana Mazu.
My name is Zane Gray.
My name is Lawrence Wakefield. I'm with Black Sheep Abstract.
We're actually all graduating members from the University of Maryland, and we're also all fraternity members from the same fraternity.
We're based in Washington, D.C., also known as the District of Columbia.
Black Sheep Abstract is a minority-owned cannabis member society that operates under Initiative 71, which allows us to gift cannabis. We then become matchmakers and pair you with one of our certified clinical advisors. From there, they bring you a quality cannabis strain that fits your everyday needs. Throughout college, cannabis was something that was just frowned upon and often seen as like socially unacceptable. After 2014, cannabis in DC was legalized both recreationally and medically. A great brother of mine and a fraternity member of all of ours, Rohan, gave me an insight and told me to reach out to Byron. At first, Byron, I reached out to him. He was very hesitant and he wanted me to come with a totally fleshed plan. Rohan then, he introduced me to another friend of his, Marcus White, who then became a mentor and a crucial part of my cultivation experience. From there, I was able to take a fully fleshed idea to Byron Jeffrey, who then decided to fully commit and become our first investor.
Well, our number one goal is to implement the change. We're here to increase the amount of minority owners in cannabis. We're doing that by creating an open society for cannabis use, recreational and medical purposes. We're here to really upscale our social equity within our community while aligning our consumers with our same goals and ideals, which center around health, mental awareness, and community.
We're unique, innovative, and bold. And I specifically say bold because we're a Black-owned cannabis collective working in a business and really an industry with products that were historically used to oppress us. And we're really trying to change that agenda.
We sell both THC and CBD. With the passing of the 2014 Farm Bill, we are legally allowed to sell and distribute CBD. We are Initiative 71 compliant, which was passed in 2015 and allows us to gift our THC merchandise with any and all Black Sheep Abstract merchandise, including our shirts, wristbands, pins, etc. We have a variety of strains for our flower and other edible products such as chocolates, candies, and an assortment of chips.
We believe that cannabis isn't one size fits all. So in addition to offering fresh cured flowers, we also offer the quality lab-tested cannabis products, which are available in multiple product formats. And all of these products come with a certificate of analysis that shows that it has been lab-tested. Along the way, we've learned exactly how to cultivate the cleanest, purest cannabis strains that are homegrown and they're from healthy and happy plants. Ultimately, we're matchmakers, and that's our forte. And more importantly, we focus on your relationship with cannabis. Some of the biggest barriers that we've had to face is getting a license, gaining capital, and the local government regulations that seem to oppress us. The industry awaits the passage of the Safe and Claims Act, which will allow cannabis businesses to accept loans from federally regulated businesses. The pending legislation would remove that criminal designation and allow for banks, lending, and even insurance. Currently, we can't insure our goals. So if anything happens, we have to assume all the damages. And currently, there are places in Seattle, Illinois that have dozens of legal dispensaries, but for some reason there's not one single minority owner. And we don't want Washington, D.C. to suffer that same fate.
We're very adamant in getting into the medical space. So we have the Healthy Sheep, which is a cannabis consulting group with 2 medical professionals. Shout out to Miss Felicia and Miss Day. With the help of them, we are going to educate not only people of color, but also minorities and the positive effects that cannabis brings.
We're looking to reach up, go beyond, go forward, and keep it human. What we mean by going beyond and reaching up is that we're trying to reach the masses. We're trying to reach out and partner with different organizations, not only within the recreational, but also in the mental field. And we'll be able to show the benefits and take the stigma away that has been put out there with cannabis. We have to continue to grow. Our goal and our mission from the very beginning is always be from seed to store. We'd like to be able to create a one-stop shop in which we're not only able to provide product for and in the cannabis industry, but also education. Long-term is to become brick and mortar. We're trying to patent a strain. So once that is done, we'll be able to etch ourselves in history as a minority-owned cannabis company in which we are able to provide product not only to our communities, not only to our nation, but also to the world.
Our current outlook is bright, but we still need some clarity. We've seen a lot of different states that big pharma, big tobacco, and large other companies, they're all prepared to just move in and take away all of our rights. And we don't want that story to be in Washington, D.C. We want the story to be more about small mom and pop shops, businesses that started growing and expanding. We want people who are selling in the communities that to sell in a legal market and out of the illegal market.
One in 5 businesses, minority owned and startups, tend to fail within the first 3 to 5 years.
Waking up every day and just compounding your effect on whatever goal you have is super important to just stay consistent. This team around me here has really pushed me and motivated me, kept me solid, and building a business, you're gonna go through every emotion.
Another important thing to do is to keep your word. Most times, people will say stuff and they will not follow up on those actions. And they don't realize that people remember. They often follow up, and even if they don't follow up, there's something in the back of their heads.
And I specifically focus on research because I feel like understanding is the basis that you need for anything. If you do your research, you'll have the due diligence to really understand your business, understand yourself, and to understand the people that are getting involved with you. You need to understand your product.
This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Take your time, properly educate yourself, and really have your goals set in stone.
One, you need to know your audience. And what you mean by knowing your audience is know the setting in which you're in so that you're able to meet the masses of where they are. Know due diligence and knowing the laws and the foundations.
And consistency, I think, takes you a lot further than intensity because it'll help set you up for success in the long term.
But you have to be able to grow the business so that you get to that next level, so that you create financial wealth, so that you create generational wealth for the people that are around you. So follow your mission statement, stay diligent, stay true to yourself.
What is it that you want out of your company? Do you want happiness? Do you want profit? Or like us, do you want both?
Please follow us and support us on our social media websites. We are on Twitter, BS Abstract. We're on Instagram at blacksheep.abstract, and you can find our URL, www.blacksheepabstract.com. Thank you.